Okay, let's get down to business here. COVID-19 is one of the most shocking things to ever happen to the world. The economists are predicting that a bigger depression since the Great Depression, World War II, World War I. I mean, it's constantly changing every single day. And how are businesses supposed to adapt? And what would you suggest to them in terms of their personal brand?
Well, very simply, I think from a business perspective, they've got to maintain their leadership and ensure that they are true to their values and their ideals, look after their staff, retention of their business where possible, and plan for when we do come out the other side.
How would someone protect their brand or look at ways to change it in the face of something like COVID-19?
With the dominance of COVID-19, trying to really get ahead of the pack is incredibly difficult. But there are opportunities because we are overwhelmed and dominated by this virus, and in terms of messaging, news media, etc. So people are certainly looking for other knowledge, information, and getting your brand ahead of the pack. And especially if you're in one of those industries where you can support and enhance the community to protect themselves accordingly, then you've got a great opportunity to build your brand even further. If you're not there, then you have to find ways to actually be of use and benefit that would give people a reason to actually recognise and learn more about your brand and what you can do. You're always challenged with difficult decisions, and you have to navigate and ensure that you engage all those around you in a relevant way. Firstly, you have to understand who you're relevant to, and very simply reaching out to those people who you know you can support and help. For my mind, just being a sounding board for people who are challenged in business or in the community is in itself a way of being able to help others, and at the same time being relevant to them, because you're adding value by listening and maybe guiding them accordingly.
Who is doing it well at the moment? Surely you've seen different brands stepping up to the plate. They've obviously got great leaders in place. Who would you say is using their personal brand successfully in the turbulent months that we've seen?
One that comes to mind is Michael Carr-Gregg, who really has been quite articulate in terms of the way in which he's given good advice and been a sounding board for not only media interviewers but also to the community generally. And his brand is very much about helping and articulating from a medical perspective the psychological aspects of issues that occur in society. He protects his brand incredibly well, and as a medical practitioner you've got to do that.
So what about someone along the lines of a politician, for example, ScoMo?
Very clearly he's demonstrated very strong leadership. He makes it very clear, he's very articulate, he balances his position in terms of what he's decided and what he sees as the potential pitfalls going forward. He does indicate the steps for the future, and I think it's incredibly important as a good leader that you actually can communicate accordingly.